We are at about a minute and a half after the hour. I am going to go ahead and get started with week 3. Today, we're going to be talking about digital products, and we have a lot to cover. So I don't want to waste anybody's time. If people can join us as they are able to, that will be great. Uh, Good to see you guys. And since everybody has a password, I don't think I have to admit anybody. We can just get going.
Hello.
Don't know if you guys had a chance to work on creating any physical products from last week. You're shaking your head no. Well, uh, and we can't see Dr. Eric's smiling face, so we'll assume that the same is true. But the replay was uploaded. If you guys have any questions about how to do any of that, schedule some time with me and let's make it so that you actually can get some physical products made. I want everybody to actually schedule some time with me anyway, so that I can get a video testimonial from you about if you're enjoying the class or not. It's really easy to do. So bring your own questions regarding both physical products and the digital products that we're going to be talking about today. And then just as part of that, I'm just going to take a couple of minutes and ask you some questions that you can respond back to me saying, hey, yeah, I like the course, or I wish there had been more time for this, or whatever. My schedule to do that is at calendar.ly/Greg Jameson. So pretty easy. I know I am also busy and tied up, as are you guys. If it doesn't work for you to find a time on my calendar to do that, send me an email and I'll figure out how to do it early morning or evening outside of the hours that are normally listed on the calendar. So we're talking about digital downloadable products today, and there are a bunch of different kinds of digital products that we can create. Some of them are listed up on the screen right now. I'm going to show you some of each of these, and I think that they apply to actually to most people's businesses. It's my opinion that if you're in business and you've got a website, that you should be selling something on your website. Even if it's just your own time, you should have the ability for someone to go in like what I've got with the Calendly app and schedule some time with you and pay you for your time. Uh, in addition to that, you may want to sell some of these uh, digital products as well as the physical products that we talked about last week. You may want to just give them away as a lead magnet. Uh, any and all of those things are fine. But let's start out with videos. Videos are something that AI really started having some fun with about a year ago. Prior to that, AI was not very good at creating videos, and I'm actually going to share my entire screen with this, and yeah, it's all good. So this is a video that was created with OpenAI's Sora. you can see it looks pretty cool. And if you want to use Sora, basically all you need is the $20 a month subscription to ChatGPT. And you can see that the address up here is just sora.chatgpt.com. If I click on the little logo icon, what Sora has done, they started out just being about videos, but they're now doing all kinds of images as well. And you can take images and convert them into videos and so forth. So if I just go to the videos tab on the left, you can see that they give you some ideas of some of the videos that you can create. And if you want to create something, all you do is uh, at the bottom, click on video, and it says describe your video. And we can have the video be a description about anything that we want. Why don't you guys open up your mic and tell me something that you want to create a video of?
Oh my goodness. It's a good question, Greg. I have no idea.
I say a political video.
Political, okay. Anything in particular? I don't know how well it's going to
Campaign.
do.
Somebody trying to raise money or trying to communicate a message.
Okay.
You can take my picture.
Someone trying to raise money or what'd you say?
Trying to communicate a message
Communicate.
for peace in the Middle East, something of that nature. We got so many terrorist attacks. I think we want to call for peace in our communities.
Okay. So we'll just try this. And you can see there's this little one up in the upper right says activity and it's spinning around and around. And what it will do is it will actually create two different videos that are 5 seconds long. That's one of the limitations of Sora right now is it only does 5-second videos. So if you really want to have a long video, you're going to have to make a whole bunch of them and splice them together. But it takes a minute for this to do this. This actually uses a lot of computing power. So while it's generating that, I'm going to go to the next slide. And this one is actually a Chinese company called Kling AI. And Kling, in many ways, is the best video generation tool out there right now for that utilizes AI. So you can see they've got kind of their splash screen up here with some pretty intense videos that they create. And if we scroll down, here's the surfer thing that I was just showing you. And it shows it in various forms, 3D, cartoon animations, and so forth. They provide you with a number of different examples. And
Hi, Greg. Hi.
Is he frozen?
Yeah, I think it's frozen and I don't know. I thought it was me, but apparently it's not.
Well, we're gonna send a signal to unfreeze him.
Okay, thank you.
Well, that was highly embarrassing and annoying. I'm back. My entire computer just decided to reboot right in the middle of that.
Oh my goodness.
It's pretty cool. We sent a
Yeah,
signal to unfreeze you.
yeah.
AI works great.
AI works great as long as the computer doesn't reboot. All right. Let me see where I am as it relates to sharing the screen and so forth. There's screen one. Okay. If we go back to the homepage, well, if we go to the Creative Studio for video generation with Kling, and you can see this is a video that I had created previously where it was a cowboy riding a rooster going off of a ski jump while trying to herd cats. So I was trying to be, put as much stuff in there that was as unrealistic as possible. And Kling does a pretty good job of generating that. One of the things that Kling will do is you can upgrade to professional, which is that costs money. Without spending any money, you get the standard resolution and up to 10 seconds of output. With the professional resolution, I think you can get 30 seconds of output and a higher definition, and it removes the watermark from it. Let's go back to Sora and see what happened with our generation. Okay, here's the generation that we just created. With each of these, you can, it says you can recut, remix them, and blend them. You can provide a loop, whatever you want. If you click on just one of them, then you can download the video as well and edit it offline, do whatever you want to with it. So video is something that's pretty cool. One of the things that neither one of these tools do right now is provide any audio over the top. Like this gal, it looks like she's talking, but we can't hear anything that she's saying. Google just recently released what they call VEO, V-E-O, that I have not had a chance to play with it yet, but apparently it will now do sound as well. But with any of these, if you're going to edit the video, you can put your own sound over the background. You may want to put music behind it. And so speaking of music, That is one of the other types of digital products that we can create. These are the 4 best AI music generation apps that are out there right now. Suno.ai is probably the strongest of them, followed very closely by Udio. Those two are kind of head to head, much like ChatGPT and Claude in the generative AI wars for text-based things. These are the 2 top ones. Murica and Refusion are both pretty solid though too, and there may be some reasons why you would want to try one or the other. Let's actually go to Suno.ai. They all work similarly, so experiment with them, try them. They all offer free options. If I go, make sure I'm signed in properly here yet. So if I go to the library, I can see some of the songs that I've created, but on the left menu, I'm just going to hit create. And here you can put in your own lyrics. One of the things that I like to do is actually have ChatGPT generate some lyrics for me and then paste them into this and create a song. But we're going to just describe the lyrics that we want. And Eric will use the same thing that you talked about before. So it's communicating. What was it that you said? Communicating
A message.
a message, yeah. About peace in the Middle East.
Yes.
Okay, we'll just start with that. And the style of music that we want. Do you have any particular style that you like?
No.
We'll just say pop.
There you go.
And that's really all we have to do. We can give it a song title. We'll just call it Peace for All. But it'll make one up if we don't give it one. And when we're describing the styles, you can actually give it more information, like I want a lot of piano in there with some guitar riffs or something. And like I said, the lyrics, if you don't like the lyrics that it comes up with here, you can have them generated elsewhere, such as in ChatGPT or whatever, to really put the lyrics that you want. But let's just hit create and see what it comes up with. So you can see it's generating the songs up here. It doesn't take very long. We'll just click on the first one and see what it sounds like.
Sand and stone beneath our feet. Hearts still ache where shadows meet. We share the air, the sky so wide. Why can't we stand on the same side? All the branches breaking free. Roots still twist beneath the tree.
All right, that one's a little slow. Let's see how the
I
second.
didn't see a video.
No, this is just music. So if you want, what we would do in this case is like the videos that we generated with Sora or Kling or Veo, we would add music into the background. Now you could use this music for almost anything. It doesn't just have to be behind a video. It could be introducing yourself when you're about to give a presentation. It could be an introductory video for a podcast. It could be something that you're building into an online course. Pretty much anything that you would have a reason for music instead of having to worry about paying royalties to a commercial artist, you can generate your own video. And I misspelled peace up here, which didn't help.
Heart still ache where shadows meet. We share the air, the sky is so wide. Why can't we stand on the same side?
Okay, that's still slow, but that one actually sounds better to me. When we're creating these, the other thing that you can do is you could specify whether you want a male or a female voice. You can specify if you want it to be really upbeat or if you want it to be slow and melodic and so forth. Like I said, Udio has almost the exact same interface as Suno does. I would say try them both and see what you like, and notice there's create, there's library. And they both do a pretty good job of creating music. Okay. Put my smiling face back on here. There are a bunch of different kinds of digital resources that you can create in terms of things like cards and stickers and patterns and so forth. We talked a little bit about Canva last week. Canva offers a multitude of tools for doing these types of things. Microsoft Designer, which is also free, is another good option for creating these types of things. And believe it or not, these things actually sell really well on Etsy. I have created in particular different patterns and stickers. By patterns, I mean basically tileable images that can be repeated across large areas seamlessly, and stickers. It's surprising that they don't sell for a lot. You know, you put them up there for $1 or $2, but if you go to Etsy and search for things like digital patterns or digital stickers, you'll see that a lot of people are selling these. Announcements are actually something that if you design those, that can be really good because they are something that can be customized, you know, if somebody's having a graduation party or birthday party or whatever. Software is something that you can create with a little bit of work, utilizing most of the AI platforms that are out there right now. The ones that I'm showing up here, these are some WordPress plugins that I have created using AI. And because it's kind of a specialty thing and not a lot of people are really interested in how you do it. When you schedule individual time with me, if it's something that you want to learn how to do, I'm happy to go over it with you. There are some of the pre-recorded lessons that talk about this too. But basically, if you can describe what the software is that you're looking to have it create, it will write the code for you. When it does that, it almost never gets it right the very first time. You have to use an iterative process, and sometimes that iterative process will take many times to get it right, but it's still significantly faster and significantly more economical than hiring a programmer. So, like I said, if that's something that you're interested in, let me know. Where am I? Speech synthesis. I'm going to talk a little bit more about speech synthesis later, but these are the two primary ones that you want to look at if you're trying to clone a voice. 11 Labs is probably the premier one, and I have actually cloned my voice with 11 Labs, and I'm going to show you something with that later on in the class today. But one of the reasons why you would want to do this is for creating online courses. And you can create an online course with pretty much about anything today. My recommendation is that you should only create online courses about something where you are already an expert. It is possible. And in fact, I think both of you saw the thing, and I'll show it a little more today here about how I can make myself be speaking Arabic, for example. And the reality is I could put together a series of videos where I'm speaking in Arabic. I could have AI translate things from English into Arabic, and I could create slides where everything's written in Arabic, and basically make it look like I'm an expert in teaching somebody how to learn Arabic. The reality is I don't know a single word in Arabic. I wouldn't have any idea if the material I was putting out there was good, bad, or other, but it could be done. So my recommendation is stick with things that you know. But when you do that, you can create some online courses that can be really beneficial for people. Even if it's something that you are still just learning how to do yourself, but you have some background knowledge of it, it truly helps.
Can I
Now,
ask a question about that?
please do.
So my question is, I would love to do that, but where do I put that on my website? Or everyone is talking with me about KGB? No, what is the name of that? Where to put the course?
Yep. So there are multiple places where you can put the course, and your website is one of them. And I'll talk about that here in a moment. There are other sites out there like Udemy, Udemy, that simply sell online courses, and you can upload your courses to Udemy and sell them there. It works kind of like a marketplace, like eBay or an Amazon does, where they have these courses out there. Somebody's looking for a course on bird photography, and your course would come up, and they would purchase the course, and Udemy or many of these other online course marketplaces like this will take a percentage of the sale, give you a percentage, and the student logs in and watches your content. So if you're creating a course that is fixed ahead of time, those kind of marketplaces can actually be a good thing because they have a lot of exposure already out there. they don't tend to sell really expensive courses, and they don't allow for any type of an interactive thing with like what we're doing right now. But it could be a good place to put a starter course out for sure.
And did you heard about, I think, I'm pretty sure you did, Kajabi? I don't know if someone here
Yep.
using that,
Yep,
but it,
Kajabi is another place that uh, you could put your course out there. You could also just use Kajabi as what's called a learning management system. And I'll talk about that in a couple of slides here also about
okay,
learning management systems.
okay, thanks.
So this, I've got a couple slides here where this whole thing was created with AI. And basically what I did is I asked ChatGPT to generate a VBA, which is Visual Basic file, to generate the slides. And then I used 11 Labs to create the voice of the presenter. I used DID to generate the videos and Midjourney to create the images, and the whole thing came together. This was the prompt that I used. It basically said, create 5 slides about vision boards, writing the VBA code. This is the code that it created. I went to run the VBA code inside of PowerPoint, and this is the presentation that was created using that. So we've got the title slide.
Vision boards are tools used to help clarify, concentrate, and maintain focus on specific life goals. They can help you to visualize your goals and dreams, making them feel more tangible and achievable. The steps to creating your vision boards are: 1. Identify your goals. 2. Collect images and words that represent these goals. 3. Arrange and glue these onto your board. Vision boards can be powerful tools in manifesting your
I skipped a slide there. So you can see that it doesn't have to have a talking avatar there.
You will see it regularly, so it can inspire you to take action towards your goals.
And
Vision boards can be powerful tools in manifesting your dreams and achieving your goals. Start creating your vision board today.
so that's, just a real simple example of how you can create a slide-based course. There are a lot of different options when it comes to doing this. The 4 that are up here all have different features and different reasons for doing this. AI Studio, Synthesia, and VideoGen will, they're specifically really designed to create these types of courses. Generally, the idea is that large companies, when they onboard new employees, they have to go through a series of training about their company, their culture, the things that are related to HR, how often they can call in sick, when they can take vacations, sexual harassment, company policies on using equipment for personal uses, all of those kinds of things. And so that was really the purpose of kind of AI Studios, Synthesia, and VideoGen. DID is a little bit different, and I'm going to show you that. But this next one is a video that was created with VideoGen.
Welcome to this quick introduction to digital marketing. In the next few minutes, we'll explore the basics of this field and how it helps businesses grow. Let's dive right in. What exactly is digital marketing? It's the promotion of products or services using digital technologies, primarily on the internet, but also including smartphones, social media.
Okay, we don't have to watch the whole thing, but you get the idea. Now, DID will do some of those same things, but you are probably going to piece it together in different ways. And the reason why I'm showing you this is that it actually allows you to create your own digital clone. So let me show you how will work. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to studio.d-id.com and you're going to create an account. And once you have an account, you can either pay so that you can create your own digital clone, or you can just go to their agents, or their avatars rather. Let's see here. Yeah, and go to their standard avatars, and you can just pick somebody else to be talking for you. Now, what I did is I cloned myself, and the way that you do this is under the avatars, you go to Express and you create an Express avatar. You have to have a paid account to do this, but it's kind of fun to be able to clone yourself as opposed to just using the standard ones. When you create an Express avatar, whatever background you record yourself on, that's what's going to be in the avatar going forward. So once I'm in using my own avatar, I can just go to script and put in whatever script that I want. I can say something like, I am advocating for peace in the Middle East. Actually, let's do this. Let's go back to Suno. Come on, Suno. I'll just grab some of this, and I'm going to be speaking it, obviously not singing it, but just take out the words verse 2 and chorus. But this is what I want to have my avatar say. And you can get a 5-second preview of this, but I can also just hit generate video. And I'm going to call it Peace in the Middle East. And it takes a look at the text. It calculates how long it's going to take this video and how many of my credits it's going to use up to do this. You'll notice down at the bottom, it also says 28 languages. So if I wanted to change my output, even though I put this in English, if I wanted to change my output into one of these other ones here that it's listing. Trying to see if one of these makes sense. It doesn't look like any of those are really Middle Eastern languages, except maybe Turkish. Not sure why this is taking this long. It usually doesn't. See if it'll play a 5-second preview.
Sand and stone beneath our feet. Hearts still ache where shadows meet. We share the air, the sky so wide. Why can't we stand on the same side? Olive branches breaking free, roots still twist beneath the.
Oh, here finally showed up. Okay, so this is only a 30-second video. It's going to use up 3 credits. We'll generate that. This does take a couple of minutes to generate. It's not instantaneous. You can see that it's working on it right here. But once I have a video like this, I can obviously paste that into a slide presentation and have it be talking just like the ones that we saw where you're doing employee onboarding or whatever, but it could be, like I said, a course about anything, and that you can then sell on your website or on these other websites. So let's go to, yeah, that's still working. All right, I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Okay, so when you are creating presentations, whether they be for a online course or for a webinar, there are 2 different tools that can actually help you do this. So you don't have to just go out and build these yourself. Beautiful.ai and Gamma.app. Let's take a look real quick at both of those. So I'm just going to go to beautiful.ai. Typically what they want you to do is to sign up, which you can obviously do that, but you can slide down and actually, at least you could do this the last time I was on here. They may force you to have a paid account now. Let's just try one and see if it will do it. I don't even know who that is. Okay, I don't have a paid account with them, so I'll jump back to Gamma.app in a minute, but here is the video of peace in the Middle East.
Sand and stone beneath our feet. Hearts still ache where shadows meet. We share the air, the sky so wide. Why can't we stand on the same side? Olive branches breaking free, roots still twist beneath the tree. Whispers echo in the breeze. Can we find a way to ease, lay down the lines that split the land? Reach out your heart, not just your hand. Where voices clash, let kindness bloom. Turn the silence into room.
So if you like the output, you can download that and embed it into your presentation or online course. Let's go to Gamma app. Just gamma.app. And it will actually create a number of different things for you. The more interesting one is the presentations. It says it'll do websites and documents and so forth, but let's just go to presentations. And you can see it start for free. Sign in with Google. And you can see I've actually created some other ones here, but what you are going to want to do is create a new one. You can do it from blank, but let's just say create new, and we'll do something from a one-line prompt to start with, and we'll just say I want to have this be about I don't even know if I want to say that. Let's just say what was it that you said before the start of this, Eric? Something about message and about peace in the Middle East. Did you say conversation?
Yes.
All right, we'll just say conversation about peace.
I get this volume, or not volume, but the audio to work. Peace in the Middle East or a message to the people.
So you can see that what this has done is it's created an outline just by me saying I want a conversation about peace in the Middle East. And it's going to create 8 different slides. Conversation about peace in the Middle East, current situation, recent diplomatic developments, regional peace initiatives, and so forth. Then I can just say generate. And this will actually generate the entire slide deck for me.
Or one where they're trying to raise money for their campaign.
Okay. So, so we could do that. We could go back and say this, but you'll notice that in this case here, it is, it's created these slides. This is the opening one.
I am here. Aaron. That was your trip to Santa Barbara, right? Well,
We're getting some feedback there.
Just started a 4 o'clock meeting. They are on early.
Okay, so yeah, I don't really want to do that, but it's not letting me out of that. Okay, so Once you're in here, you can add a new card, you can drag and reorder them, you can do all this stuff. But it has put images in there. If you wanted to, you could, after you paste these into a PowerPoint or whatever software you're using. So you'll notice up here there is where you can share it, and you can export this to PowerPoint or to a PDF, whatever, or to Google Slides. Once you've done that, you could edit this like and put in a video here if you wanted to instead of this, but it does a pretty good job of actually creating the entire starting point for you for a presentation. And if you give it a good enough description, that could actually be the starting point for either a webinar type of situation, a public presentation, or it could be the start of an online course. All right, we already talked about those. So another really fun tool to use is called napkin.io. And let's
While you're going to that, I was going to ask, so basically it can do an entire webinar by itself and you can monetize that?
it could, yeah. And in fact, once you have these slides, you could put your own voiceover behind it, whether it's an AI generated voiceover or your own voiceover, and you could just record the whole thing so that it could be an evergreen type of a webinar as well.
And we have access to that?
To gamma.app?
Yeah.
Just go to gamma.app and play around with it. That could be a your homework this week obviously is going to be to try to build a digital product. So that could be the digital product that you build. Shouldn't take long, just mostly a matter of experimenting with things to get a feel for it.
Is that app free?
It is.
Oh, cool. You're going to put it in all of the post feedback that you normally do?
I will make sure that that is included. When I send out the replay of today's class, I'll make sure that that is included in the link is included in that email.
Thank you.
Okay, napkin.io. I'm already logged into this, so I don't really need to sign in again. So you can just go to app.napkin.ai and you can come over to the left side and click on new napkin, and you start with a blank. You can title it if you want. You don't even need to do that. You can come down and immediately start to put in the information that you want to be included on your napkin. And the reason it's named this is kind of like you're drawing on the back of a napkin in a restaurant type thing. So let's just say that we are going to create a slide about bird photography. So we might say something like where to look for unique birds. And finding the best spot to photograph the birds. I'm just making stuff up. I don't really know anything about bird photography. So whatever you're gonna have, and in your case, Eric, maybe you've actually got a bunch of points that you specifically want to make as it relates to peace in the Middle East, and therefore you could just put some bullet points in there about that. And when you're ready to do this, then you let's see, saved. Oh, then you click on the little lightning icon next to it. And what it will do is it will take whatever information you gave it and generate a napkin style graphic about the information that you just put in there. And you can scroll down and you can see that there are a number of different styles that you can use. And if you don't see anything that you immediately comes to your liking, you can click on more and it will create even more styles. And once you have a particular style, let's say you like this, then you can click on any of the items in this and edit them as well. So you start with your own notes. It generates the graphic based upon the notes that you put in. Maybe you don't like the graphic, you can change that out. Maybe you don't like the text, you can change that out. You can change out the text for the title, whatever. If you do like everything, the arrow in the upper right says export, and you can export this out as a PNG file, download it, and put it right into your online course or presentation. I've actually used this for creating images for books that I've written. And certainly one of the things that we're not spending a lot of time on this week is ebooks, because we talked about physical books last week. But these napkin images can be great for ebooks as well. So I'll make sure that that gets into the notes for the replay stuff as well. Okay, we talked at some of the free seminars that I have done about translating your videos. And the place that you want to go to do this is labs.heygen.com/video translate. When you do this, it actually takes a while to generate the videos. We don't have time in class to do that because sometimes it can actually take a couple of hours to translate a video. But if you wanted to have a video, let's say that you're doing your online course and it is about trying to raise money for peace in the Middle East, and you are trying to do this in multiple countries, not just in the United States, then maybe you would actually want to translate both the text and your videos into multiple languages. So this is the original English version in HeyGen.
Do you have a traffic problem or a conversion problem? That's what we're going to talk about in week 1 of.
Okay, so that's the English version. Here's the Spanish version.
¿Tienes un problema de tráfico o de conversión? Vamos a hablar en la semana 1 del desafío de ventas en línea de Trucks Misales.
Japanese.
交通の問題ですか？コンバージョンの問題ですか？Trucks Misales.
German.
Haben Sie ein Verkehrsproblem oder ein Konversionsproblem? Das ist es, worüber wir in der.
So you can see that there are lots of different choices when you go to The go to HeyGen to do that. Let's actually jump over there. Push the wrong keys. So there are actually lots of different things that they will do. And where is, oh, translate a video. So what you do is you upload a file, and that's pretty much it. So then you can pick a language. You might want Arabic if it's about peace in the Middle East. Might want Turkish, whatever it is, but maybe you're trying to raise money in, one of the European countries. You could pick German or whatever. When once you've chosen whatever you're going to translate it into, you just hit translate. And like I said, it takes a couple hours. They send you an email saying your translation video is ready for you to view or download. Okay. One of the things that you probably want if you're having an online course is to create a quiz or assessment, perhaps at the end of each module, perhaps at the end of the course, maybe because you want to have people pass a certain score in your quizzes in order to get a certification of some kind, or some kind of a diploma or whatever. This app.quillians.com is specifically designed to do that. You can obviously use almost any AI tool as well to just say, hey, I create a list of questions for me, and tell me what the right answers are, multiple choice type of thing. So now you've got all these pieces. You've got videos, you've got slideshows, you've got quizzes, you've got material that maybe people can download. You need to put this all into one place. And Odell was asking the question about where do you sell these? Well, like I said, you can sell them on Udemy or Coursera or any of those types of platforms. You can also use what's called an LMS, or learning management system. Kajabi is one of those. Anybody that is using Go High Level, they have one built in. The one that this course is using on my website is called LearnPress, because it's a WordPress website. And I am going to actually go to the dashboard of my website. So when you log in right now to see the replays and so forth, there is I'm gonna go to courses first on this. So I've got a number of different courses that I have on my website. The one that you're using is Make Magic Happen. So if I just click on this, you can see that there's a title at the top. There's some information about the course. I put in some buttons where people could sign up for it and so forth. Duration, this is actually a 4-week course. You can specify a number of different things about it, allowing people to retake the course, maximum number of students and so forth. And then the curriculum. So what I've done so far is I have put in week 1. I just created a topic called ACT course for spring of 2025. And then I put in the week 1, week 2 replay. So I'll put in week 3 replay, which I will upload some content to later, obviously, but I'll just press that and it creates a page for that. There's a number of other things that are the items in the course, including all the pre-recorded lessons and replays from previous iterations of the course and so forth. If I go into week 2 replay, I don't have week 3 replay to show you yet, so I'm going to just edit the week 2 replay. Then the only thing that I've got in here is I've embedded a YouTube video, which is the replay from last week. It's 90 minutes long, and that's pretty much it. If I chose a different one to edit, let's see. Let's look at this one. I don't remember what's in it. If all that is, oh no. Yeah, that's just a YouTube video also. Well, let's do this. Let's edit week 3, because we know that in week 3, one of the things that we want to do is we want to have links mentioned this week. And we're going to have gamma.app and napkin.io, and we'll put some other ones in there as well. But, up here is where the video is going to go. I'll just make a note to myself about that. And then we can format this however we want to. So it doesn't have to just include the video. It can include all types of other information in your course as well. If you have other materials, written materials, or links that you want to share with people. So that's the way that the LearnPress LMS works. Most of the other LMSs that I've been exposed to are similar in that you have courses. Within the courses, you have modules. Within the modules, you have lessons. And however their editors happen to work, you can put your materials in there. We spoke a little bit about custom GPTs. I think it was in the first week. And there's a couple of reasons for utilizing custom GPTs. One is that if you're doing something over and over again, it's really helpful to create a custom GPT, but it's actually also possible for you to, if you get really sophisticated with them, to sell access to them. So let's just do a quick recap of custom GPT. So if we go to chatgpt.com, you're going to want to have a Plus account to do this, but in the upper right, it is going to have your account. And if you click on My GPTs, this is going to list out a bunch of the GPTs that I have created. Some are for me, some are for others. But you can create your own. So you just click on create, and let's create one specifically. I don't know, Adele, do you have an idea here as to what you might want to have a GPT say or do?
Sorry, you asked me something?
Yeah, do you?
I don't know. I created one just yesterday to help me with some stuff, but blah blah blah. I don't know. Something about writing, maybe.
Okay, so let's have
Maybe
it.
create a class. I don't know.
Just because we were working with music and videos earlier, let's have one be a video script writer.
Okay.
So we'll just call it a video script writer. And what this does is it uses input from the user to create video scripts about a specific topic and outputs this into standard video script format. And then you give it some instructions. You know, I want to produce video scripts for online courses based on the information I upload. The more detail you can give it here, the better. And if you have background knowledge, such as what standard video script format looks like, you can upload those files into this. You can have it do web search, which is a good idea. Image generation, maybe. The Canvas, I personally don't like the Canvas. I prefer the standard chat interface, but the Canvas is just the ability for you to go in and edit things on the side. So maybe for video scripts, we actually do want that. So we'll leave that. And the button at the top, you can upload your own photo or use DALL-E to create an image just based upon what I told it here about a video script writer. It's going to generate some image that it's going to use for this. And then you can test it. So I want to raise money for promoting messages about peace in the Middle East. So this is just how I'm going to test it. And it gave an outline. It didn't really create the script for me yet. So what I'm going to do is tell it in the instructions. Always produce the video script in the output. So now it's doing what we want it to do. It may not be exactly the output that we want. Like I said, the more information that you can give it over here, whether it be through uploading files or through your instructions, the better the output is going to be. But once you have played around with that and really gotten that to be the way that you want, then you're going to hit the create button, and the create button is going to be something where you can say, I'm the only one that can see it because this is just for me and I'm trying to do it. I can send it out to anybody with the link, which if I'm trying to monetize this and actually sell my own GPTs, then that's probably what I would choose. And then I would sell it on my own website with a link to that GPT so that somebody could get to it. Or I can put it in what they call the GPT store, which means that it's basically public and anybody can access it and use it. And then you just hit save. And that's now one of the GPTs that I have in my list. Here is the link to it. If I hit view GPT, this is what it looks like to somebody. And you can then, like I said, access it through my GPTs or provide the link to somebody. Okay. You can create apps, as in cell phone apps, with AI. There are a number of app generators out there. AppyPie is one that I have used myself that does a pretty good job of going out and allowing you to kind of put all kinds of stuff in there without really knowing how to code an app. When it gets all done, you can save that app. You can publish it to the Google Play Store or the Apple iStore and allow people to access it, which you could then charge for, or it could be a free app, however you want. Apps will cost you money. You can play around with it at this appypie.com/app generator. And just go there, tell it what you want, hit build, and it starts to build things out. There are a number of templates that you can use as starting points for your app as well. But the big thing is that, like I said, even if you are just using the free tools that they give you, there is a price attached up here as well. But so, you know, you're looking at $36 to $60 a month plus what it costs to actually have your app on the iOS store or the Google Play Store. So like I said, it is going to cost some money to have an app, but there are people that have made good money by creating apps, and now AI will help you do that. So the final thing really for this week is services. We've talked now about physical products, we've talked about digital products, but what about services? You know, it's not a tangible thing at all. It's just trading time for dollars, basically, or some iteration thereof. And you can scale yourself maybe doing that as well. So it's not trading straight time for dollars, but all of the physical and digital products that we've talked about, you could create a service where you do that for other people. I mentioned last week about the shoes that I created and some of the other custom apparel that I've created where I do that for other people, and because rather than them learning how to do it, they would rather pay me to do that. Marketing materials for others. I know that there are people out there that are claiming to be ghostwriters and writing books for people, publishing books for people, and in reality, they're using AI to do it. So you could be a ghostwriter and provide that as a service. Blog posts are something that I personally do, where I've got clients that I write their weekly blog posts for them. Rather, AI writes their weekly blog posts for them, but I'm the one that's prompting the AI. I'm the one that's editing it afterwards and uploading it to their website. So something that would have taken me hours before of doing research, and then hours more of writing it into something comprehensible, I can actually do in a matter of minutes, and it's a valuable service for them and actually not a bad moneymaker for me. You can create images for others. Most of the image things that we talked about last week when creating physical products, you can, or even this week when we talking about patterns and stickers and invitations and so forth, all of those kinds of images are something that if you get good at prompting the image generation AI tools, they can be really good for other people. Videos and music, you could actually create those for other people. They can tell you, hey, I need a video that does this, or maybe you actually want to put out your own music album. I know somebody that is doing that where they are creating an entire album using AI generated music. And you might think, you know, how ethical is that? Is that really something that I should be doing? I'm not a musician. I can tell you that musicians themselves are doing it. Last year, the Beatles released a new album in spite of the fact that half of them are dead. Basically, Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr got together and they cloned the voices of John Lennon and George Harrison and used AI to write a new song, and the Beatles put out a new song for the first time in decades. You can also create custom AI platforms. And I know, you know, I talked earlier about how a lot of you don't want to become programmers and you don't know how to create a custom AI platform. You don't need to worry about that. I can create that for you, and we can basically collaborate together on how to do that. This is one that I have put together for speakers and authors with a partner to do exactly that kind of thing, where there's a series of AI tools in there specifically for authors and speakers. This was another one that I did for a travel agent. So a bunch of different tools specifically related to travel. And most recently, one that I have been working on, I'm calling Analyze to Win. It is a virtual AI coach. And in this case here, you can see up at the top there, it says baseball hitting coach. And what will happen is that the guy that I'm doing this for is a baseball coach. And his idea is that he wants to be able to coach players when he isn't available. So this is available 24/7. They can upload a video of themselves swinging the bat, and the AI will analyze their swing and give them suggestions on how they can improve their chances of hitting the ball. This does not have to be limited to baseball. It does not have to be limited to sports. It could be limited, it could be used for almost any business application. In fact, I was just talking yesterday about a person that I think wants to do this for fashion coaching, where people will upload videos of themselves dressed in long shorts versus short shorts and whatever, and have it give fashion advice. The way that this whole thing works is actually by, just like with the custom GPTs, it utilizes something called AI assistance, and we upload a bunch of background information that is used as the training data. So in the case of the baseball coach, he's uploading documents of the best way to stand, the best way to swing the bat, and so forth, and then putting in videos of that so that it knows exactly what this particular coach would say to his players. And it allows him to now scale exponentially because he doesn't have to be there, and he can sell this all across the world if he wants to. He can sell it to teams, he can sell it individually, and so forth. And we've just basically collaborated on this so that we each get a revenue share on it. So if that's a type of service that you would want to offer to clients, you could certainly do that. Another fun tool that I have been creating, which is kind of a type of service, is a podcast. And what this actually does is it will take a bunch of RSS feeds. RSS stands for Real Simple Syndication. And these are basically news feeds, and you add in as many of these feeds as you want to get information. And then you give it some instructions about how you want this podcast to be generated. And you say what the time frame is, something, things just from the last 24 hours, things from this week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. You can give it an 11 Labs voice ID, and then it will generate the article. And someone can, if they've got their own podcast, they can then just read the generated article, or they can generate the MP3 file utilizing the 11 Labs voice that they have chosen, and have the entire podcast created for them. Just upload the MP3 file into their podcast account. So lots and lots of things that you can do digitally that are great ways to make money with AI. And next week is going to be the final week of the course, where we talk about taking action. And this includes marketing your products and services with AI, and getting people to actually buy this stuff from you. So quick recap: schedule a time with me to make sure that we get I want everybody to have at least one physical product, digital product, or service that they are going to be able to sell as a result of this course.
Can we
So
do 3 of them?
you can do as many as you want.
Okay. No, like I want to do each of them. Like
Yeah, absolutely. That's the best way to do it, is to try everything. And the reality is, I sell everything. I sell physical products, I sell digital products, I sell services, and that's something that I recommend that you actually try. But bare minimum, I want you to have at least one so that the course was worthwhile for you. So, any other questions?
no.
All right, like I said, if my Calendly link doesn't show a time that you're available, that I'm available, then send me an email and we'll schedule something for early morning or evening.
Okay. Thank you so much, Greg.
All righty, see you next week then.
See you. Bye.
Bye.